Starting off day 74, Friday, May 29th on the Appalachian Trail at High Top Hut. 6:50 in the morning, woodpeckers are doing their business. Just 3 other people here at the campsite. They're all dispersed camping. Nobody used the shelter last night, so it was a good place to eat some breakfast. So the shanties are working out to be somewhat cruisy, but it was a tough day yesterday. Let's see how far we can go, and also maybe do some first world activities like take a shower. More to follow. Heading out. There's the tent. He's moving around. Bear pole. And of course our friend 3 Beers is in his hammock. I don't want to wake him up. He needs his beauty rest. Back on the AT, mile 907.2. View from High Top Mountain. I believe that's Elkton down there. And way off in the distance, I can't really identify it, but it's Harrisonburg. That's where I got my shoes. But gorgeous morning. Great views. Mile 908. Mile 909. At the High Top Mountain parking area. And that's where I came from. And I'm a guess that this is the trail. Where's my white blaze? Mile 910. So yesterday I mentioned that I went to Philmont and how I got excited about the scouting program through a guy named Dusty Miller in 1979. Well, fast forward again, 1984. Took the council contingent to Philmont. We left 900 Westover Hills Boulevard outside of Maymont in June. Got on 95 to 85, stopped at Stone Mountain, Georgia. That was kind of cool, and then stayed at a National Guard armory outside of Atlanta. The leaders wouldn't let us have basketball. They're afraid we're gonna bust an ankle before the Philmont trip. Well, anyways, next day it's 5 in the morning. We depart, get on the James River bus, and we're heading southwest out of Atlanta on Interstate 85, heading to Opelika, just north of Auburn. But before we hit the great state of Alabama, we stopped in LaGrange, Georgia at a truck stop for breakfast, and got our breakfast and then got back on the bus. Well, anyways, a few minutes later, Georgia's finest, Blue Light Special, pulls over the bus. And we're like, hey, what's going on? Well, we look back, and out from the front seat is one of the scouts. So he was in the bathroom when we departed, and good on him. He had the wherewithal to let the folks know at the restaurant. The restaurant called the police, and they came and picked him up. And you know, this is all before cell phones and pagers and all that other stuff. So good on him. So moral of the story is not leave no trace, leave no scout. And fast forward again to 2013, I'm at a camporee. I just happened to run into Mr. Dusty Miller, and I brought that story up, and he's like, oh yes, I remember that. Word got back. Walking on Skyline Drive, going over US 33. Border between Rockingham County and Greene County. And that appears to be an AT post. Back on trail. Somebody put a hose here, some conduit, and for a hot second, I thought it was a monster black snake. Mile 911. Those three numbers certainly resonate with me. I was in Bosnia on September 11th, 2001. I'd gone on a recon mission to go look at one of my bridges. I showed that in a previous video, and Bosnia was 6 hours ahead. I missed lunch, got to DFAC, and it's about 2:45 in the afternoon. The Today Show was on. I'm eating a bowl of chili. Suddenly I look up and see the towers, one of the tower on fire, and then saw the plane hit the other one. And my mind went right to my godfather slash cousin, Port Authority police officer, Robert Colfers. He went in, but didn't come out. So when I get to New York, the plan is there's a train station, train stop, sighting, not even a sighting, just a train stop on the AT. Go to New York and go see the memorial. I've been to Ground Zero, but not since they put his name on the memorial. That's my homework. Mile 912, intersection to Saddleback Mountain. Still just a little bit of uphill, but trail conditions are excellent. Mile 913. Mile 914. 10 o'clock in the morning, 6.8 miles. Many more to go. Mile 915. Mile 916. Mile 917. Mile 918. Lewis Mountain. Gonna get a shower. So I stopped at Lewis Mountain Lodge camp store. They had everything. Wi-Fi, food, provisions, and a 10-minute shower. Much better. These are the cabins that you can rent if you don't want to sleep in a tent. But they got campgrounds. Super nice. There's the trail advertisement for the camp store. Super nice. Mile 919. Mile 920. Mile 921. And yeah, this trail is super cruisy. I'm gonna get in at least 20 today and not even try. Target is 24. And I had a 2-hour break at the camp store. That break was awesome, by the way. Got to stop at the camp store. Far out, does it a complete disservice. It just says it's a campground. You got to read all the comments. Yeah, they need to upgrade that comment. And I talked to the store manager, and she says she's been trying for the last 2 years. So, got to stop at that camp store. Mile 922. Mile 923. And just got over the summit of Hazeltop Mountain, and just an excellent day for hiking. You can kind of see through the trees there, the mountains. Super cruisy trail. Few hills, but again, very, very nice. Mile 924. Millen Gap. This is described as a giant parking area. Mile 925. Mile 926. Overlooking the Shenandoah Valley at Black Rock Viewpoint. Still miles to go. Mile 927. This is some really cool terrain. We're up pretty high. Temperatures are great. Trail is still cruisy, sort of. Fearless deer. Run away. Coming into Big Meadows Campground. Biggest campground in Shenandoah National Park.
After the Sweet Falls on the Gauley River, there's like, you know, the big like class 5 waterfall. There's like a bunch of big boulders after it. They're super fun to ride through, but the guy we were in the raft was
Finishing up day 74 on the Appalachian Trail, 20.8 miles. Pulled up at Big Meadows Campground. Some folks doing trail magic. Let me occupy their tent space, and hooked up with my friend Walt from Troop 710 and his daughter and son-in-law. So we're gonna hit the trail tomorrow. It's gonna be great. Mile Marker signing out.